Hello students, I am R. Dubey. I am going to start a series for various competitive exams like UPSC, UPPCS, SuperTET, Air Force examination, railways, in which GS is required. I will be teaching you general studies. In this general studies, I will be teaching you first ancient history. Now, sources of ancient Indian history is the first topic. In this, I will cover one topic and then I will give you questions based on it. You have to solve it and give your answers in the comment section. And in the next video, I will tell the answers also for that. Okay? So now starting our topic of ancient history. Sources of ancient Indian history. Actually, in these competitive exams, questions comes in MCQ. So you should have a keen knowledge of the subject. Okay, so now the first topic is sources of ancient Indian history. Source means from where you get knowledge about the ancient history. How come you know that what was our history? The nomenclature of India means how the word India has been derived. India has been also called Bharat, Hindustan, Aryavart and Jambu Dweep. So आपके क्या क्या नाम है भारत इंडिया के? भारत, हिंदुस्तान, आर्यवर्त एंड जम्बू द्वीप. The name of India is derived from the river Indus. So the name India is derived from Indus. In 1518 BC, Darius I, the Persian emperor, conquered the area around the Indus, and due to difficulty in pronouncing the initial S, turned Sindhu into Hindu. So what happened in 518 BC? Darius I. Who was he? He was a Persian emperor. He conquered the area around the Indus. You know, Indus is a river. And due to difficulty, because he found difficulty in pronouncing Indus in Hindi it's called Sindhu. Okay. So he found difficulty in pronouncing the word Sindhu. So it becomes Hindu. So now later the Greeks termed Hindu as Indus. The name Bharat was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest and were mentioned in Rig Veda and Bharatvanshi as Bharatvanshi. So Bharat was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest. You can see the word Atlas. In Atlas you can see the map of world. You see India is at position near about here. So it is in northwest. So the name Bharat was used for a group of people who lived in the northwest, and in the name is mentioned in Rig Veda as Bharatvanshi. So you must be clear that what are the names of India. In Rig Veda, the word Bharat indicates about the tribe, but later on it refers to the legendary emperor Bharat. So Bharat will indicate about the tribe. Tribe means group of people. But later on it refers to the legendary emperor Bharat. So Bharat was a legendary emperor, founder of the Bharat dynasty. So Bharat was a emperor and he founded a Bharat dynasty. So you can say the name Bharat has been derived from here also. There are many clues on which the name Bharat has been derived. The name Aryavarta refers to the land of the Aryan race. So Aryavarta refers to the Aryan race, means the group of people living of some particular tribe. The name Bharatvarsha was first coined by Panini in his Ashtadhyayi. So Bharatvarsh was coined by Panini. He is a Sanskrit. He is a person who knows Sanskrit and he has written many texts in Sanskrit. So in Ashtadhyayi, anyone asks you who wrote Ashtadhyayi, then you must know Panini. Okay. Now coming to the types of sources. Means what are the sources from which you get knowledge about the ancient history? Ancient history means the history of past, long ago. Archaeological sources, literary sources, accounts of foreign historians and travelers. So now number first, archaeological resources. It may be divided into the following categories. Now archaeological resources means, what is archaeology? Archaeology is the study related to our past. So those people who study about the past, how the early man lived and what he did, what type of life he lived, is all found by archaeologists. So now, and the branch of science which deals with studying about the past is archaeology. So archaeological sources. Now what are the archaeological sources? Inscriptions. Number 2, numismatic evidence. Number 3, ruined cities and monuments. Number 4, miscellaneous. Inscriptions. The study of inscription is called epigraphy. इंस्क्रिप्शन मीन्स जैसे आप कुछ लिखा हुआ आपने देखा होगा, कोई बिल्डिंग्स वगैरह होती हैं उस पर कुछ लिखा रहता है, नक्काशी रहती है, कुछ गढ़ा रहता है, पिलर पे है या बिल्डिंग की वॉल्स पे है, तो वो आपका इंस्क्रिप्शंस कहलाता है. सो द स्टडी ऑफ इंस्क्रिप्शंस इज कॉल्ड एपिग्राफी. तो कोई दिस क्वेश्चन कैन बी आस्क्ड दैट व्हाट इज एपिग्राफी. सो यू मस्ट नो द स्टडी ऑफ इंस्क्रिप्शंस is called epigraphy. They are the most authentic source of ancient Indian history. Authentic means जिनको हम बिल्कुल rely कर सकते हैं कि they are truth. Inscriptions are inscribed on stones and metals. So where are they inscribed? On stones and metals. They are written in different languages such as Pali, Prakrit, Sanskrit, Tamil and Telugu. It has been noticed that there are two types of scripts which were in practice in writing inscriptions, Brahmi and Kharoshti. So what are the two scripts in writing inscriptions? Brahmi and Kharoshti. स्क्रिप्ट मतलब होता है लिखा के जो लिखावट होती है वो किसके ऊपर बेस है. The discovered inscriptions by archaeologists may be classified as official and private. So, whatever inscriptions are discovered by archaeologists, it is classified into official, means which is considered as something confidential. Private means which can be shown to all. Now official inscriptions, they were issued by the monarchs and their officials. The earliest known inscriptions are the Ashokan edicts. तो सबसे पुराने इंस्क्रिप्शंस जो हैं वो किसके द्वारा है? अशोकन एडिक्ट्स के द्वारा है, अशोक के द्वारा जो बनाए गए. देयर आर 14 मेजर रॉक एडिक्ट्स, अ नंबर ऑफ माइनर रॉक एडिक्ट्स. सो हाउ मेनी मेजर रॉक एडिक्ट्स आर देयर? 14. Number of minor rock edicts, 7 pillar edicts and other inscriptions of Ashoka discovered so far. Now the Hathi Gumfa inscriptions of the Kalinga king Kharvela, the Junagadh inscriptions of the Saka king Rudradaman, the Nana Ghat inscriptions of the Satvana king Gautamiputra Satakarni, the Takshila silver scroll and the Panzitar stone inscription of the Kushans are the most noteworthy inscriptions. तो आपको ये लर्न करना है कि हाथी गुम्फा इंस्क्रिप्शन किसके हैं? कालिंगा किंग खारवेला के हैं. अब ये आपके ऑप्शंस में आ सकता है इस तरीके से. जूनागढ़ इंस्क्रिप्शन किसके बारे में? सका किंग रुद्रदमन के बारे में. नाना घाटा इंस्क्रिप्शन किसके बारे में? सतावना किंग गौतमीपुत्र सतकर्णी के लिए है, के द्वारा बनाए गए. और तक्षशिला सिल्वर स्क्रॉल एंड द पांजेर स्टोन इंस्क्रिप्शन ये किसके द्वारा बनाए गए? कुशांस के द्वारा. ना प्रशस्ति क्या होती हैं? प्रशस्ति आर ए डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ ऑफिशियल इंस्क्रिप्शंस. ये अलग तरह की होती हैं ऑफिशियल इंस्क्रिप्शंस, रिटन बाय द कोर्ट पोइट्स. ये राजा के द्वारा नहीं लिखा गया है, ये किसके द्वारा लिखा गया है? कोर्ट में जो राजा के कोर्ट में जो पोइट्स होते थे उनके द्वारा, उनके ऑफिशियल्स के द्वारा. ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ द किंग एंड एम्प्रेस, मतलब राजा के प्रतिनिधि के तौर पे वो ऐसा करते थे. नरेटिंग देयर अचीवमेंट्स एंड पर्सनल क्वालिटीज़, तो वो उनके गुणों को बखान करते थे. जैसे चंदबर दाई हैं, उन्होंने अपने राजा के बारे में वर्णन करा है. सम ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट प्रशस्तिज आर, अब कौन कौन सी प्रशस्ति हैं? इलाहाबाद प्रशस्ति समुद्रगुप्त के लिए है. ग्वालियर प्रशस्ति किंग भोज के लिए है. और होल इंस्क्रिप्शन पुलकेशन सेकेंड के लिए है. अब अदर इम्पोर्टेंट इंस्क्रिप्शन सच एज ईरान इंस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ समुद्रगुप्त, 2 इंस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ प्रभावती गुप्ता द डॉटर ऑफ चंद्रगुप्त सेकेंड. मेहरौली पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन किसके द्वारा है? चंद्रगुप्त सेकेंड के द्वारा. भितारी स्टोन पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ स्कंद गुप्ता कंटेन वैल्यूएबल डाटा ऑन द गुप्ता Vakataka period. About हर्षवर्धना वैल्यूएबल इंफॉर्मेशन कैन बी गैदर फ्रॉम. अब हर्षवर्धन के बारे में कहाँ से आपको नॉलेज मिलेगी? सोनीपत कॉपर सील इंस्क्रिप्शंस, बना खेरा प्लेट एंड द मधुबना कॉपर प्लेट. अब हम नेक्स्ट टर्न पर प्राइवेट इंस्क्रिप्शन स्टार्ट करेंगे. ओके, इस वीडियो को आप पॉज करके एक बार पूरा स्टडी कर लीजिएगा, रिवाइज कर लीजिएगा. थैंक यू.